All right, welcome back to Inside Out Precision. Everybody's favorite time of year. It is new bow season, and I've got an awesome bow here that I think is going to be a very popular bow for newer and very experienced shooters. So this is the PSE Drive NXT. New bow for the year from PSE. It meets that kind of like lower price point bow, but still shoots like a high-end, flagship model. They had the drives last year, a little bit different cam system on them than the flagship bows, and they've actually completely redone the cam this year, which I'll get into in a minute here. But we're going to start with the technical specs as always. So again, this is the PSE Drive NXT. It's 33 inches axle to axle, has a 7-inch brace height, has an IBO speed rating of 330, so no slouch on speed there. And it comes in at just 3.9 pounds, which for a little bit longer axle to axle bow, this is actually my favorite axle to axle, is that 32, 33 range. That's a light bow at 3.9 pounds. So you get a quiver full of arrows on here, lugging this thing around the woods. It's not gonna make your arm go numb after a couple days. So you may notice it looks very similar to the Evo NXTs from last year, and there are a lot of things that it resembles in that, in terms of like the riser configuration, but they've done some really cool things with this cam system. So this is actually the new cam system from them. This is the ZF cam, and it's actually a 4-track binary. So whereas last year you might have noticed that the control cables here, they all connected to one side. They've actually split the harness here, and it's actually a hard yoke, and I know it's hard to see on the camera here, but this is actually all one piece here. So it's woven through this, and it acts as like a hard yoke, almost on other bows like a Hoyt, where you actually can yoke tune it. It's not a free floating yoke. A free floating yoke, if I tried to add twist to one side, it's just going to recenter itself and not do anything. But because this is a hard yoke system, you actually can yoke tune this bow a little bit using these yoke cables right here. So a couple other things they've done is they've beefed up the axles here. So these are now a 1/4-inch axle. They shortened the limb up, so it's a wide, short limb, which really helps with just stability and just changes the feel of the bow a little bit. You might notice that limb angle is laid back a little bit more. This bow has very little vibration. I've already sold a couple of these, and the first arrow through it, the guys were like, "Wow, that is smooth and it's quiet." Lots of cool features on this bow. It's still got the cable rod here that I can change the angle on, and I was actually really surprised when I tuned it at how much it changed the tear just by barely moving that cable rod a little bit. So that's a really nice feature. You don't have to be moving your rest all inside, outside of center. You can just leave it centered up and use the yokes and this cable rod to just micro tune your left-right tears. In addition to those features, it's got both upper and lower mounts for your stabilizers. So if you're a guy that likes to run, your weight down low, keep that center of gravity low, especially once you get a quiver on there, it kind of makes bows feel top heavy. Being able to run that stabilizer on that lower mount is a really nice feature. It makes for a really solid hold and just good feel in your hand. So I'm really impressed with this bow. If you followed along the channel last year, I really liked PSE's lineup. I think in the last couple of years, they're probably building the best bows they've ever built, in my opinion. And this is certainly no exception to that. On top of that, you get all these features with a $699 price tag. So you've got basically all the features of their flagship bows. No, I wouldn't say all the features, but most of the features of their flagship bows in a price point that's $400 cheaper. So I think this is going to be a really, really popular bow. Its competition right now, I think, is the Hoyt Torex, and so far the guys that I've put this in the hands of, it's been no contest. They've liked this Drive NXT more than the Torex. So as usual, when we do this speed test, we've got it at 30 inches, 70 pounds. I've got 5 different weight arrows ranging from 500 down to 350. And then we're gonna put it at 28 pounds as well, or sorry, 28 inches as well, and run those same arrows to give you guys a pretty good idea of what the different speeds can do. My personal opinion on this bow, I think it holds extremely well. It aims on target really well. It just likes to sit there, and it's just a comfortable bow to shoot. It draws smooth, it's quiet. It's got a good back wall in it. Now it does not have the adjustable let off like the Evolve Cam system, but it does come stock with 85% let off. So, oh, excuse me, 80% let off. I got my PSE rep here. And I'm not just saying this because he's standing here. I truly like this bow. I think it's going to be a really good option for a lot of people. So I'm going to get the chronograph set up. We will run all those different arrows and see what this thing can do. Okay, so we got Corey Miller here. He's our PSE rep, and I'm gonna have him shoot these arrows because he is actually right-handed. And I wanna save my shoulder. So this is gonna be at 28 inches, 70 pounds. Arrows ranging from 510 down to 350. So we're gonna start heavy and work our way down. This first arrow is a 510 grain arrow. Get around here so I can see. All right, right at 250. Next arrow is 472. All right, 262. Next arrow is 442 grains. .272, 410 grains. All right, 283, and then the little light speedster, this is 352 grains. All right, 302. We expected that one to be a burner. So we're gonna extend this out to 30 inches and then run those exact same arrows, give you guys an idea what this will do at a little bit longer draw lengths. So I'm gonna go, well, he's gonna go extend it out and we'll be right back. All right, so gotta lengthen it out to 30 inches here. Gonna do the exact same arrows. I'm expecting pretty good jump in speed. So we'll see what it does here. So again, starting with a 510 grain. All right, 270, so yeah, 2 inches, about 10 feet per inch, that's just about right. 472 grain. All right, 282, so that's moving. That's a really common weight for a hunting arrow. Here's a 442 grain arrow. Probably expect this somewhere around 3. .292, 410 grain. It's a really quiet bow.
Yeah, even at 30.
Yeah. There we go, 303. And now the burner, 352 grains. That is a short little arrow.
And a long draw.
Yeah.
People are probably making fun of my draw now.
Yeah.
Oops, crush.
Woo. All right, 322. That's quick. So, I personally think that this bow is going to be a huge hit. Like I said, you get a lot of bow for the money. You know, we're selling it $6.99 bare bow. I think $8.99 in a kit. But even, you know, if you outfit it with all like top end gear, you're still going to be into the whole kit for less than just the price of some of the, you know, flagship bows out there. So I would highly recommend getting down to your PSE dealer and shooting one of these. I think we're going to sell a ton of these. Like I said, I don't know, personal preference between a Torex and this bow. It's pretty much no contest. I would shoot this all the time. I think Corey was just saying he might just shoot this all year.
It's all around great. I mean, the weight and the speeds that I'm getting out of it, and it's just a comfortable bow to shoot. Very stable.
Yeah. So definitely get down to your PSE dealer, check that out. Swing by here if you're in the area, and we'll set one up and let you shoot it. You know, as usual, remember to keep them in the middle, and precision is a decision.